Hey, Tom.
Josh,
My wife said I should do lunges to stay in shape.
you should.
That would be a big step forward.
Yes, it would. That's a great joke.
Today, guys, we're going to go over what the heck is a jumbo loan and what would you want to use it on in today's mortgage update video series that we're doing with Tom Rosser over at Gateway Mortgage. So if you want to learn more about jumbo loans, you didn't click on the video to get corny dad jokes. You clicked on the video because you want to know more about jumbo loans. That's what today's video is all about. So stick around because we're getting ready to get started right away. And as always, the team of agents I work with, EXP Realty and I, we're absolutely here to earn your business. So give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email so I can get you in touch with one of our agents to help you with all your real estate needs. See, Tom, what the heck's a jumbo loan?
It's a loan above $715,000.
Now, is that just for Oklahoma, that number? Like in California, isn't every house $715,000?
I think you can probably find something under $715,000 in California, but yes, that is a national number. That's not just Oklahoma.
Oh, wow. Because, well, do VAs do jumbo loans?
VA is totally different. A jumbo loan is just a convention. Well, VA is on its separate. They don't have a jumbo loan limit.
Okay. They don't have a limit.
No.
What? Okay, so if we're talking conventional, not FHA.
Correct.
Okay, and so are there guidelines that come with that? Like who sets that
On
$715,000 limit?
FHFA sets the loan limits. They set it every single year. Mortgage people have been trying to get in front of them every single year, and it feels like we just keep jumping out earlier and earlier. So last year we jumped up from, I'm going to mess up the number we were at, but we jumped up to $647,200. That was the loan limit starting, we'll say December 1st of last year to now. Until about a month ago, we jumped out and we decided that we think they're going to announce the loan limit is going to be around $715,000. So as an industry, kind of mortgage companies just jumped on that number, and for the most part, we're using $715,000 as our loan limit moving forward. At some point in the next month, 45 days, FHFA will come out and release the actual loan limit. I'd be surprised if it wasn't right on the dot 715, but it's going to be in that range. Right now we're using 715,000.
Okay, so if I'm in Oklahoma, if I'm in Edmond, Oklahoma, the average median price is about $385.
Mm-hmm.
So I would not need to use a jumbo loan for that.
You could use standard loan for that, standard conventional loan.
Is there differences? Do I have to have a $715,000 plus house to use a jumbo loan? Is there any reason not to?
Yeah, so essentially anything under that 715 number can be securitized with the agencies, the big agencies that we send the loans to. Anything above that number cannot, and so we've got to find a different investor for that, or at Gateway we can keep that loan here. We have a jumbo portfolio loan because we're a bank. We can offer that in-house.
Now, so if I'm buying a house, $715,000 plus in Oklahoma, I'm getting a luxury house. Do I still get a 30-year mortgage, or is it a 20-year mortgage? What's the term length? Terms
are the same. Terms are 30, 25, 20, 15-year terms, 10-year terms, I'm sure, on a jumbo loan as well. And technically it's a loan amount. It's not on sales price of the home. So, So if your loan amount is above 715, that's when you're looking at a jumbo loan. But really, most of the time, the price tag of the home is $750 and above, $800 and above. Because if you're buying an $800,000 house, you're likely putting 10% down. You get close to that 715 number on its own. So you go with a conforming loan at 715 and below.
Okay, and then with some of our customers that we work with, some of our first-time home buyers, kids getting out of school, stuff like that, they're able to get gift funds for their loans.
Yes.
Is gift funds like the family trust able to be given to someone to?
On a down payment, you can absolutely use gift funds. You can use family trust. On a jumbo loan, you're not using gift funds. A jumbo loan, your assets are your own.
So the trust can't give us money and I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I'm asking consumer questions.
It's something I'm going to have to look into.
Okay.
Because I would think on a jumbo loan, it can get more strict than a standard loan, and I think that's because of the risk, right? Because of the size of the loan. And a jumbo loan would want you to have your own skin in the game, your own assets, not a gift. But I had to look it up.
Okay, and then another question, if you gotta look it up, absolutely look it up. Let me ask you this, Tom. What about if the person is 51% owner of the company? Are they able to use a draw from the company? Would that be allowable?
Income calculation wise. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Income calculation wise, we've got to show a history and we've got to show continuance. So if you show a history of the draw, you show that.
What if it was just for down payment?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can use that
Okay.
as assets for a down payment.
Yes.
100%. We'll be looking at cash flow of the business. We'll look into some things, but yeah.
And so for jumbo loans, you're just prepared to answer questions, show the cash flow, and depending on the investor that's buying it, it should all work out.
Yes. Josh,
Okay.
if you were loaning me $1 million, what kind of questions would you ask me about my income and assets?
Well, I would want to see if you make at least $333,333 a year.
You've got a good number there. Yeah.
A third, right?
Yeah, that works.
The old school number, whatever a third of your annual income is the property that typically you can get a loan for.
Yep.
Old school wise.
Depending on debt, but yes.
I read that in the Home Buyer's Guide for Dummies back in 2007.
Well, and what I'm getting at there is just it's a big loan, and so jumbo loans it can seem like we're asking and asking and asking for documentation, and that's why we may prepare people for, hey, if you're buying a jumbo loan 6 months from now, and your asset is kind of tough to document, your assets are tough to document, you can make moves now to where it would be easier documentation down the road. But it's the same situation with. You mentioned taxable income. Well, we use taxable income. So a lot of times it can be, hey, you've got a really good CPA and you're not having a lot of taxable income here. Well, that really impacts your ability to qualify for a home loan with us. So a little bit of that is just planning as well.
Get with your CPA and Tom before you do your jumbo loan to make sure that you file your taxes correctly.
Ideally, a couple years before you buy your jumbo loan, but yes.
2 years.
I mean, because we're going to be looking at 2 years of returns most likely.
Okay. And so if I sell a $500,000 house and I just move all that over, let's say I'm walking away with $420,000,
Mm-hmm.
does that help out the process putting 40+% down?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Makes it a lot easier.
Absolutely. But I will ask you where that money is coming from.
And a settlement statement and a previous tax assessor thing will show right where it's coming from.
Easy documentation.
What if it's a Puerto Rico resort property? Does it matter?
We've got people out of timeshare stuff, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just document.
Well, guys, this has been a real laid-back info video on jumbo loans and what they are, why you would use them, things like that. If you have additional comments or questions, what's the best number they could reach you at, Tom?
You can reach me at 405-751-3800. We'd love to hear from you.
All right, guys. If you like today's video, consider subscribing to the channel and hit the notification bell. We're going to try to put out a mortgage video a week. That way you guys stay up to date on today's mortgage market. And remember, this video was shot probably around October 2022.
Yes.
October 22. So everything is always subject to change, especially with the Fed tanking the U.S. economy right now.
Our markets are moving fast.
See you guys on the next video.